It's your boy Lionel Ray back again with another Why Ask Why, Selfishly Loving the Self. And we're going to talk about looking into the mirror and why this is simple but very important, and almost just as important, if not more important, than the other things that we've talked about to reinforce how you feel about yourself, to reinforce your self-worth, or to acknowledge your faults and things as things that make you stronger, and not that. The mirror is one of the most important aspects, because what we see on a daily basis can tell us, what we like about ourselves, what we hate about ourselves. And you have to be comfortable with looking in the mirror and not thinking negatively, not assigning any weight to what you see, and letting it be what it is. You are beautiful. You are awesome. You are flawed. You are all of these things. But when I speak of this and how it helps you to love yourself, it's not your mirror. Now stay with me. It's the mirror that you see in others. It is hard to be anywhere important in life, and it is hard to be better at things when the places you go, the people that you with, mirror a negative image or mirror an atmosphere that subtracts from what you want to do in life and takes away from who you want to be. Ultimately, you have to look at yourself, and you have to be happy with the things that you get. You have to agree with what you see. Also, you have to agree with what you see in others. If you can't make excuse for yourself, you can't make excuses for other people. Now, here's where if you're at this stage in selfishly loving the self, where it starts to get easier. It's hard at first when you start to lose friends, when you start to change things in your life, and your life starts to fight against the new you that you are trying to become. At this point, when you look in the mirror and you realize, okay, what about me is the old me, and what about me is this new me that I want to see? So a good way to do this is to actually find your mirror, that you've got your sayings on. You've got your I am beautiful, I am strong, I am smart, I am amazing, I am worth it. You've got all of these things there. Now, take a past and a future, or a present and a future, or a pros and a con, however you want to do this. And on one side, all of the things that you have noticed are starting to change, or starting to be harder, or starting to make life suck. Like, man, ever since I started doing these things and started looking at myself as a powerful being, as a king or as a queen, that this so-and-so friend has started to make problems. We're getting into more fights. We're getting into more this. They're calling me arrogant. They're calling me these things. They're calling me this. They're saying that I've changed. And you have. Be happy that you've changed, that you're not the same. Because I'm pretty sure you're not doing the same thing that you did when you were a kid, playing in the sandbox to now playing at the club. Eating dirt to now eating filet mignon. Things change. They are supposed to. So when someone is upset about your change, that is a good thing. And usually that's someone that needs to fall off. Now, that is the hard part of being able to look in the mirror and tell yourself, maybe my friend group is not the best friend group I need to be in. Or this job isn't the job that actually gets me to where I want to be. Or, these parts of my life aren't parts of my life that are fostering positivity and growth and success. Now, how do you fix that? You replace them. You find people, you find groups, you find activities that reinforce and give you the things that you need. Because it is okay to do things and want something in return. It is okay to be selfish from others as well and give something, wanting something in return. It's being willing to give that back is the difference. Someone who is superficial and selfish can't look themselves in the mirror and say, I can give as much as I want to receive. That is the difference. And when you look in the mirror, do you love the person you see? Do you want to make the person you're looking at better? Are these things that are coming up to your mind as you're looking in the mirror and you're having a conversation with yourself and you're saying, hey, where I was, where I want to go, and where I'm at, and how do I bridge those gaps to get there? That is what your mirror is for. And the most important part of your mirror isn't always, like I said, what you see in the self. Because you have to love yourself so much that you see the parts of you in other people. And if all I see are the parts of me that are negative in the people around me, then there's something wrong and I need to make the change. You need to be able to look into your mirror and decide whether or not your life can move forward and get to where you want to be. And it sucks when people try to hold you back or you feel you have to let people go. If they're your real friends, they'll push you to go. And they'll want to go with you and they'll learn. And if they aren't on that same wavelength, they'll still be supportive. And you should never want to be around someone who can't support you and your health, your mental health, your success, a future that makes you happy. Yes, we all get down sometimes, but if you can look in the mirror and tell yourself you're sad, if you can look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're depressed, that means you can also look in the mirror and say, how do I not be sad? How do I not be depressed? And then you can go to your friends. And if you tell your friends these things and try to talk to them and they can have real conversations with you, they're your real friends. If they can have a conversation and listen to you and go, yeah, well, let's go drink, that may not be your real friend. Your real friend definitely knows when you need a drink, but your real friend will also listen to you and will tell you to give them more information so maybe there's something they can do to help you. And if they can't do something to help you, they'll let you know, this is out of my depth, but I'm here for you. Anything you need, you let me know. Now that's what I want to see of myself in the people around me. That's the mirror that I'm looking for when I go to work, when I go out somewhere with a group of people, when I'm with family, with anyone. What am I giving to myself that I'm also giving to others, and putting that energy of love and respect and success into my atmosphere, into my energy field that comes back to me through the people that I'm with. Also that I can get up every morning and I can look in a mirror and say that I am happy being who I am. And if there are things that I'm not happy with, then that means also I have the love for myself, the strength to go change those things and not let them bring me down. You have to be able to do that. That has to be something that's important, because without it, you get stuck in depression. And we all gone through that. I've gone through it myself. And I didn't even know how bad I was depressed. When I found out I was, it made it so much easier to just acknowledge it and say, yeah, it's okay. Because a lot of people get depressed. You get depressed and you think you can't tell people about it, that you can't share it. And we don't realize, even though we know it, that there's probably hundreds, thousands of people out there who are depressed at the exact same time you are. And once it's okay and it's not a burden, it's not a bad thing that you feel that way, you can look in your mirror and say, well, how did I get here? And is there a way I can get past this? And what are the steps necessary to be happy again? Because you can be happy and depressed at the same time. Because you're happy for a moment, but you're depressed all the time. Because your mirror is messed up. What you see when you look at yourself, when you look into the people around you, when you look at your job, when you're not finding happiness anywhere, and you're not doing anything to fix it. Well, change some things. Change your mirror. Make sure the people that you're reflecting into and that are reflecting into you have your best at heart, have the same type of energy that you want. And it'll come. It gets easier as you start to fill in those voids with things that make you happy, and it starts to pull you along. And then it's easier for you to pinpoint the other things that are left over. So then when you go back to that list and you say, these are all the things that suck. These are all the things that I don't want in my life, and these are the things that I want. And then you go back a month later and you say, I deleted this, I deleted this, I deleted that. Oh wow, but I added this, I added this, and added that, and it changed this, and then by osmosis it changed that. And then you reevaluate and you got more pros in your life than cons. You got more things that you want to do and more people that you want to hang out with. And you might end up influencing your best friend or somebody who was down in the dumps with you to come over to this side with you. And now you've got your best friend over here. Or you find someone new who you would have never introduced yourself to if you weren't in a certain place, finding happiness. Happiness is work. It is a chore. I get it. It is easier to lay in your bed and cry and do nothing than to get up and get out and do something. But how do you feel when you look in your mirror and all you've been doing is laying around, feeling sad for yourself, being depressed, and allowing other people and other outside entities affect your happiness, your joy, your peace of mind, your mental health, your stability, and your growth? Don't do it. I want you to really think about what you want to see and start to be that now. And reflect that into other people so that you get that back and you get that energy to continue to be the person that you want to be. Not who you think you are. Because some days we think we suck and you're still amazing. You're going to have those days. But if your core, if your foundation is this beautiful person that has a lot to give, a lot to gain from being happy, or at least, at the very least, get up and moving. Well, that's what I would wish for you. That's what I would want for you. I'm going to cut this one short because I want you to go look in the mirror and ask yourself one thing. How can I be better before the next time I look in this mirror? Know that I love you, and I love you the way that I love myself. I hope you find love, I hope you find peace, and I hope you find a way to make all your dreams come true. Catch me next time. Subscribe, like, talk to me, hit me up. I want to do more and more to help other people live a successful life and to be happy. Because this is my journey of continuously loving myself and being happy. Deuces.